AntonBlast.
Hey, and welcome, guys. And it's been like a year since AntonBlast came out, and it's such an amazing game. Loved it to death, and it is very inspired by the Warrior Land series. So why not do something a little different? Is that I'm gonna rank all the levels, and across the levels there won't be any boss levels. Keep that in mind, and it is mostly just the levels itself. So yeah. And I want to let you know that all levels, I enjoy all the levels, despite some issues. But I think most of them are pretty solid and did something pretty different, I'll say. So this is my personal list, so don't really take it seriously. I mean, tell me your favorite levels in the comments, and let's get on to the level. And consider subscribing if you're new to the channel, and hit the like button as you can. All right, then let's get on to it, guys. It's happy hour.
You! When you quit the game to play something else, we start talking about you behind your back.
Okay, guys, I don't think this is a bad level by any means, but this is a level I actually replayed the least, because there's actually not much in that level for me. And honestly, going through the first impression is actually a pretty neat idea what they're going for. You know, like, I do like the idea that they're trying something different in each level, like, you know, doesn't want to be samey and all. But I will say this, is that going through it gets so strange. Like the level, every time you go, when you go a dead end, it actually changes. So and that was like, what? I was like, what the weeb? I was like, okay, yeah, like going to it was like a linear spaces that wasn't inspired. That's why I hadn't heard of. So why is it below my favorite? Is that there is not much in that level for me when you're replaying the level. Like, I mean, all the magic is gone as soon as you replay the level, and there's just not much in that level. I know they're actually fans of the Big Bath, and I do think it's a pretty good level. And I do like the idea of becoming a torpedo in the water. But yeah, and there's also some secrets that are pretty cool to find, but not really much for me. So yeah, going through mazes, and also being trapped by a fake elevator by Satan, and yeah, but the level's not even that long of a level, and there's just not much, I'll say. So that's why it's pretty low on the list.
Oh, hello. Are those real?
Okay, to any Pinball Meyer fans out there, and I actually do like this one a lot, but the reason why it's low on this list is that okay, let's get the positives out there. I think the concept is pretty cool, and yes, it is quite different than the other levels, and they're trying something unique, and I appreciate what Tony Grayson is going with this, but the execution kind of falls a bit short. So you see, guys, replaying the level, every time I replay the level, I always kind of get struggled, and like you just spend more time in that pinball section when you're trying to activate the green cards in the pinball thing. And I do think it's I mean, it's a cool idea, but just kind of falls short, I'll say. So yes, I do like the area. The music is pretty. I do like the music as well, even though some people find it forgettable. I do like some of the enemies, and I think rolling into a ball is also a pretty neat idea. It's just that especially like the pacing just kind of goes down every time, because it gets annoying. It gets annoying at times, and it's just kind of. So yeah, this is a quite of a fun level, and yes, going through happy hour sections is actually it's a little better there. So yeah, and I do think it's but the time you spend into it depends how you do it. I do think is well timed for me, and yeah, trying so it gets better later on after you get through that annoying pinball section. And I also like pinball games as well. Like, I mean, I'm a fan of Kirby's Pinball on the Game Boy. So I just wish this was kind of implemented a bit better. So it would, like, if they actually make the green cards a bit easier to get, it would have been higher on this list. But sadly, it's just this is where it's placed right now. So at least it's not last place. So yeah, I do think it's a neat level. Just kind of falls short. So yeah. Great job on that level, Tony Grayson. Great level, I'll say. This is just wish it's a little better, I'll say.
Oh, how I hate dealing with squatters.
Okay, so this is like near the final level, almost quite near the end of the game. So let's talk about it. So is that the Devil Gardens is a very neat level. Once again, I was gonna put either at. It was kind of a difficult placing for me. It is on the lower side, but it is one of my least replayed levels of all courses. So anyways, let's get some cons. So yeah, basically okay. Let's just talk about this level. Is that basically you talk to some purple dude who's like a rapper, requesting you to do some things for him, so they can let you in the party, which kind of like. You can usually what happens at the end, but so yeah, there's a couple things that there's one thing I'm not quite a fan of. Going swimming through the water. It's trying to like soak up the water with a sponge. You got to throw the sponge in the water, and also you have to actually find the radio and destroy Satan's radio, and actually going through just fine. But there's this one thing that kind of like falls down. Is the time thing? Yes, the time thing, which. So if you don't know, well, I'm sure you know, just that you had to actually, every time you had to actually just hit the timer. You had to put exactly the exact time. I mean, it's always the same thing, but every time you have to always do that, which is pretty, like, it just kind of ruins the pacing for me. Like, every time I messed up, I had to cycle through the time, the clock where it's pointing. Like, I had to put, what time is it, just for those gates to open? But everything else is kind of like, but if you take out the timing issue, it's actually a really fun level. Just roll some, of course there are some very annoying enemies, but I'm mostly fine with this because you are close to the end of the game, so I'm totally fine with this. And also that at the end you also become you actually have your first access to the robot where you cause destruction. Yes, you actually bust everything up, and then during the happy hour section, which is a very very fun level. I just wish the time was a little better, I'll say.
Caution, floor may be slippery when wet.
So the Mad Mall. So about that one, I do like malls, and even though I've never been one that much because I don't live in the city. So about this one, you start from outside, full of broken cars for some reason. You're actually going to the mall, and then you're supposed to race in time, and then you have to, if you actually manage to did it, you can open that little the safe with all them gold. So, and also you do have to access to multiple areas, like the shooting part where you have to shoot the standees. Make sure you shoot the bad guys and not the innocent bystanders. Well, standees. And also, you make optional areas where you want to go from the start, and you make your decision. Oh, of course, you have to do all of them, and that's quite an annoying part because you're always going to the same area. And I do like this area. The reason why it's not my favorite is because there's a couple of things. Of course, you are in the time rush, and if you run out of time, you will fail to try to get the special treasure or the safe, or if I recall correctly. I'm not 100% sure. And also, I know that a lot of people have problem with yes, they are annoying. If you're going to the blue switch area, you have to defeat all these running little enemies that runs away from you. And yes, if they actually get past you, you're wasting a lot of time, and that's so annoying. And I do agree. But everything else, I mean, it's a pretty cool mall that you go in, and yeah. And also, you actually throw the key into that lock in the red area. And yes, you do have your money room, so there you go. And then happy hour out to the mall for escape safety or something, for escape purposes. So yeah. Honestly, not my replay level as well, but I do like it, so yeah.
Crimson contention is the devil's harvest.
So as I was deciding which one do I place the Crimson Factory, I thought I was gonna put it low, but I ended up putting it a bit higher than I thought it would, and it's actually a pretty solid level. Like, I mean, I thought the red was kind of at first, but of course it's called Crimson Factory. It has to be red. It would make sense. So I really like the contraptions, all the conveyor belt, and then also trying to not get squished and such. And I mean, and also climbing all the goo that you got from a concrete jungle, and all the mechanics are back. So yeah, it's actually another solid level that's worth addition that, well, they add to it. And also they introduced the rockets, which is pretty, like, I know some people have problems with it, but I have enjoyed the rockets. And yes, it's weird to control, but I have enjoyed that one. It's actually a really fun addition to control, and yeah, that's a pretty fun idea that they're going around with. And also at the end during the happy hour section, you're being chased by a giant Satan robot, and you have to avoid his lasers, and you have to even get back with a rocket, which is pretty cool. Which is a very fun level, and that's definitely a deserving. I mean, the reason why it's on this placement is because I haven't really revisited this, replayed this level that much compared to the later ones that I will be including. So yeah, so yeah, awesome level, well made as well. Great job. You deserve the thumbs up.
There, don't smile because it happened. Cry because it's over!
So the manor was the final level of the entire game, and they actually revisit all the mechanics that you learn and discover throughout the past levels. And they actually implemented pretty well. And yes, you're immediately in the happy hour section as soon as you start the level. So it is kind of like the final level in Wario Land 4, and you're gonna have to get back in time. And you may struggle a lot because it is the hardest level in the entire game. So, but I think they actually implement so well, execute well, I'll say. So there's a lot of mechanics from the previous level, and the manor reminds me of the one area from Super Meat Boy, the Devil World, and it was like I know this game has a lot of references and inspiration, so I have to bring that up. And also there's a couple things that we'll say is that if you're actually going to the optional areas, it is a bit annoying because you will waste a lot of time if you're trying to get all the collectibles. But if you're just playing through the level, yeah, it's actually quite fun, which matters to me the most. Like the rockets are back, riding the whatever it is from Slow Row Sewer, the rolling balls from Pinball Meyer's back, which it's actually implemented pretty well, better than Pinball Meyer and everything else. And everything turns upside down. Everything turns upside down in that specific area. Like, oh my gosh, what were they doing? Like, Tony Grayson was going all out with the final level. Like, okay, let's go everything out, and they actually did the final level so well before fighting Satan himself. So yeah, great final level. I mean, it's on well, it's not high on this list, but I have enjoyed that one, even though it's not my played level. So I will say that. So thumbs up as well.
Oh, don't you know how to knock?
Okay, this is the very first level of AntonBlast, and they did a great job introducing you what this game is like and giving you, having you learn all the mechanics of what AntonBlast is all about. I just think that, I mean, yes, some of the stuff were from the demo, but they actually refined it even more in the full game, and it shows. It definitely shows for sure. And I like the idea that it gives you all the taste what you need to know about the game that will be featured in the later levels, and they did a great job what this, I mean, I do like the city area. And then later on, once you hit the happy hour, your first happy hour, it's happy hour. They actually put that there so well. They also put the secrets as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a great introduction of the in-game, and the way it's well structured, and I think it's something that's worth replaying a lot, and just to get the taste what this game is all about, and what you'll see in the later levels of AntonBlast. And also shows you the, jumping back and forth like the Virtual Boy Wario Land or Kirby's Triple Deluxe or Planet Robobot, similar to those. Yeah, that is definitely my thoughts, and it's a very great level. The music really fits so well. The music, the Boiler City music, it really fits so well in that environment. So yeah, great presentation. Definitely deserves that spot in this video. So yeah, awesome introduction level for sure.
Take a screenshot. It'll last longer. Oh, I never.
Well, my bad, Satan. So, about Slow Row Sewer, after you finish with Boiler City, you actually launch yourself into a sewer, which is pretty nice. Pretty great second level in the entire game, and the music, oh my gosh, it's already like as soon as you jump into it, it's like, oh my gosh, the music, golly. So it definitely launches into a large sewer with all the mechanical walls, pipes, water currents. Yes, you basically have to put in the water currents just to make some mechanics move and such. And of course, there are some hazards like like enemies and such. So yeah, this is actually a great second level that I always enjoy going back to time now and then. I mean, there's nothing much, and it does feature the first level to swim in this game, which is not the best swimming mechanic in my opinion, but it's actually very doable, and it doesn't really bring down the experience in my opinion, but it's just, and also trying to like find the secrets, and also yes, yes, I know getting Paul in that level is also a bit annoying, what it seems. So I will also mention that, but and then also you also ride on the sewer shark, which is a very fun mount you could actually ride on, which is pretty awesome. Break through heavy 1-ton blocks, going through waters, and yes, they actually and then we get to the happy hour section, which, oh my gosh, they actually make it like similar to the one level from Donkey Kong Country Returns level. Yes, they actually reference that, which is pretty awesome since I'm quite fan of Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. So yeah, I'm quite a fan of what they done with the second level, and definitely deserves to be on that spot. Also, one thing is that the music really fits this level so well. It's like kind of like you gotta jam to it. Yes, it really fits this level so well. Also, some of the music is giving me some Sonic Mania vibes as well. So definitely a awesome level for sure.
No matter how hard things may seem now, just know they can only get worse.
Okay, I really like Cinnamon Springs, which is the third level in AntonBlast. So, okay, this is like a very interesting level that I quite enjoy. So why is it on that spot? Is that is how going from sewers, from cities and sewers into something kind of like a dessert cinnamon based related or something like that, which definitely expands the gameplay from the previous levels. I mean yes, it's like completely different than what you encountered before. So what do I like about this level? They actually include some crazy stuff, like taking down a mountain. Well, how's that? The causing destruction. Like, oh my golly, you could basically cause destruction. I also like some Japanese-based reference. I mean, I'm quite fan of that, and like the Daruma dolls, Emily dolls that basically attacks you with green fire, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I mean, you're literally in the hot springs, which makes sense. Yes, I mean, it's just like a. So my thoughts is that I just love the area, and there's one area that suddenly kind of snows, I will say. Well, not technically, but it seems that way. So yeah, that's why it's on this. I know that's not everybody's favorite level, and I can see why, but this is actually one of my favorite levels. The music really fits this so well. Yes, most music in AntonBlast is amazing. Such an amazing experience. I mean, I do like the castle in the background, which is like, oh my gosh. Maybe just because I'm a fan of Japanese culture in general, so I'm glad they actually include that. I know some people. I know some people have trouble with one of the platforms that actually comes in and comes out when you're trying to get up there, which, yes, it does get annoying at times, and so I do admit, but I think it's just minor for me. It doesn't really affect my experience. And also the idea of, and also they also featured the idea of spinning. So yeah, you can see why there's actually like a Crash Bandicoot reference, since the main creator is fan of Crash in general. So you basically spin around like Tasmanian Devil, breaking through stuff, which is a nice gimmick they feature there. Also a lot of great secrets as well. I will say that, and also it just feels so good to feel so satisfying to play through a level like that, and definitely a great third level in my opinion.
I can't be your angel, but I can be your devil.
Oh my gosh, I love this level so much. And yes, I do agree, this is the longest level in the entire game, but it doesn't really matter for a level like this. It doesn't matter for a level like this. This level is weebin' awesome. So, what do I like about this one? And also the music. Yes, the music. The bathhouse or something, well, not really. Like the greenhouse full of plants that you had to actually find some gears. Like very interesting levels that never actually gets repetitive actually. So yeah, from the beginning you are going to go find some gears and try to grow some plants and just to make some areas to maneuver, and it definitely shows. It definitely shows for sure. It definitely shows, and the level structure is also like very well designed. The pacing, it's well paced in my opinion. Definitely well paced in my opinion. So yeah, basically what you're doing is that you actually go around actually being shocked to death for some reason, drag you up as it goes, for some reason being revived. I don't know what to feel about that, but it doesn't really matter. The thing is that I just quite, and also the level structure actually changes. Like, and also trying to avoid some fly traps. Yes, avoiding some fly traps that tries to gobble you up. And then once you get to the new area, that's actually quite dark. It gets all dark, and then some fish attacks you. Yes, a fish that tries to chomp you to death. So yeah, some of the stuff from Slow Row Sewer also returns here, and I just love the area, and it's just like it's a level I always like to return to. Yes, it's the longest, but it's just that oh my gosh, it's just such an amazing experience. And the happy hour sections where you're trying to get away from the fish once again. Yes, it does crank up the difficulty, but it doesn't matter. I am having so much fun with that level. Oh, I just like the music is so like, oh golly, definitely it deserves. I mean, I wasn't unsure I'll place it there, but it's definitely my spot. So here we go. Awesome level, awesome level. Glad I played AntonBlast. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing experience.
It takes true modesty to live with such deep redness as I possess.
This might be one of my favorite mining levels ever in video games. Okay, what should I just say about that? I do love this level as well. It is actually one of my higher points of it. So yeah, basically what that is that you go through a mining place. Hit some basically some dice blocks where you actually activate. I'm trying my best to talk about this. Even though it's an amazing level, I have sometimes okay, I really love this level. The music though, obviously the music is amazing. The music really fits. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it definitely fits this area so well. It's one of my absolute favorite levels in the entire game. So basically, what do I like about this is you basically try to go through the mine, trying to figure out where you need to go, and I usually don't like that in video games. Well, I did kind of struggle at first, but replaying it, yes, it's actually quite fun if you're actually replaying it. Then, yes, even though it does point you where you need to go, you might struggle. You might struggle on your first go around. So it is kind of like a maze, but at the end of the day, very awesome level. And also, yeah, the dice ball, not dice ball. Also avoid some. Also, there's a crab that somehow attacks you, but you actually bounce off of it for some reason. And actually, you turn into a ball. Yes, a ball, a literal ball, which actually wasn't that featured in many of the later levels, which is kind of unfortunate. Wish it was featured more. But at the end of the day, yes. And then the happy hour sections where you have to make sure you get out of here, and also avoid the green lava goo, or what you may call it, the chemical acid or something like that. So yeah, amazing level. I absolutely adore it. So that's where it's definitely placed. This is one of my absolute favorites ever in AntonBlast. Very well designed, in my opinion. Way structured. It just never got boring for me. Very interesting ideas that they're going through this level. So, yep.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
Yep. Concrete Jungle is my favorite level in the entire game. So what do I love about this level? Like so basically, and also a potential for my one of my favorite forest/jungle themed levels that could be featured in the future whenever I get around to it. But let's talk about the level itself. So this level is very well paced, not too long, not too short, just right. I think it's just right. So basically, they also include the grinding rails, which wasn't a thing in the Wario Land games, which, I mean, of course, it's been featured in, like, Sonic or something like that. So, yeah. Also, there's, like, rope slides, and you basically go on the, goo as well, where you climb on. The monkeys, they throw at you, or they throw you. A lot of great designs. Avoid some enemies. Yeah, I think it's just like it's such a well-designed level, and it is one of my favorites of all. Going through the rails, and also the music really changes in that. Like, there's actually like multiple themes to it, and it just really it really makes the pace going. Man, this is the reason why I love music in video games. Like, they gotta have a great video game song to make the game more fun, and that definitely shows for sure. I love this level. Love the music as well. Probably my favorite music in the entire game. I do like the Glass House music, but this is my favorite music in the entire game. And period. Could be one of the best soundtracks in all video games. Like, Tony Grayson, you did an absolute fantastic job with the music. Fits his vibe so well. I love it. And yes, and also the happy hour sections, as usual. Very awesome, very peak. Trying to get back, which is said, there's enough to be said. Yeah, but there are seekers as well, which awesome level. Never too boring, never too long, never too short. It is just right, and that's the reason why it's my favorite level in AntonBlast. And once again, potential of my favorite forest/jungle themed level, even though there are trees in the background, so that definitely counts as well. So I had to bring that up, and an amazing experience as well. Holy weeb. That's one heck of a list that took me a while. It took me a bit to make, because I really want to make this list for a while. And why? I mean, I seen some people doing that, and I thought it'd be fun to do a video rank all the levels. of AntonBlast. So yeah, I mean, my opinions may change some of those. I think all the levels are well designed, in my opinion, even though some of the lower parts have some issues, but I think all of them are pretty solid, in my opinion. I mean, this is like my personal experience with them. So yeah, definitely an awesome experience. Glad I played AntonBlast. Very peak game. So yeah, what do you think of this game? And also tell me your favorite levels in the comments. I would love to know. And yes, I know I'm aware about the new update that's coming out this December, and yeah, I just want to get that video out as I can, and yeah, maybe we'll see what happens. So yeah, and yes, there'll be more content in the update, but this is what it is for this video. And I thought you want to see what are my actual rankings of AntonBlast of all the normal levels, I'll say. So yeah. I love it to death. One of my favorite games of all time for some reason now. Yes, I know it's a recent bias, but yes, an awesome game. And yeah, I could do a Let's Play. It's on my list to do in the future. So yeah. So once again, tell me your favorite levels, and then hope you enjoyed this video. Alright, then take care.